Two brothers. It was a tale of two young batsmen at the top of the order, and it was the contrasting stories of two overseas fast bowlers who started one way and ended completely differently, sir. This is how it was then. Eventually 165. Surya Kumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan after the Mumbai Indians were 20 for 2, remember? And Krunal Pandya, back-to-back matches if you want to put it that way, just 11 months in between. The final of IPL 2017, and now just changing the fortunes of Mumbai Indians, 41 not out of 22. And we've seen a bowling masterclass from Dwayne Bravo. There's a reason he's regarded as one of the best end overs bowlers. In his last 3 overs, he conceded a mere 11. But 165, right, let's ask our panel what we think of 165 now. Shane Bond came in between and he said 160 plus we think is good, but Zach, you bowled a lot on this track. 165.
Well, this track is certainly looking different. Like, you had a tinge of grass on the wicket. You saw Shane Watson swinging the ball, Deepak Char shaping the ball nicely. So I think 165. I would say it's an even game. They still have to bowl. Mumbai Indians will have to bowl well. If you get the ball in the right areas, there's enough in the wicket. So the start is going to be very crucial. You saw Mumbai Indians also losing quick wickets. So it's not going to be easy up front till the time ball is hard. The seam is prominent. The worry factor for Mumbai Indians, I think, right now is Hardik Pandya limping off the field. I think that's something. If he's not available, then that will be a big blow, because you've seen that the spin is not getting enough assistance. So the fast bowlers will have to take the load and probably provide those early breakthroughs and build that pressure.
It's a fair call, because if Hardik Pandya doesn't bowl, then we don't know anything about Markandeya. He might turn out to be the great bowler, but Imran Tahir bowled 2, Harbhajan bowled 1 or 2, and Jadeja bowled 1.
This is clearly not a pitch for spinners. And the other issue is that this 160, 180 is an interesting total, because once I remember Shakib Ul Hasan talking about in the dressing room that when it's 180 plus, the batting team says, I don't have to think. I'm going to go out and smash the ball. If it's 160 below 150, you say, okay, I'll play it out in the sea. 160 to 180 is that thought where you're not sure whether you have to go for it or you hold your horses a bit. It's one of those totals that make teams a bit much more strategic.
Kieron Pollard might have to emerge as a bowling option. He's been very expensive in recent times. His economy rate has been, well, you can't say like inflation, because inflation comes down sometimes. but it's really just been going up. As a bowler, we saw Mark Wood bowl that first over, and we said, wow, this looks special. Just 2 runs of his first over. He went off 47 from his next 3. We looked at Bravo's first over. Is he looking rusty? 14 in his first over, 11 of his next 3.
That's why this format is so exciting, I think, and that's why we talk about experience, dealing with pressure, and just knowing what to do in situations. I think in team meetings also over the years, I've seen giving emphasis on the fact that every over is crucial, and we've actually sometimes talking about, as a bowling unit, breaking the over into 2 parts, like having three balls as 1 over. So if you bowl the first 3 balls good or bad, approach the next 3 balls in the similar fashion.
So you're not even bowling an over at a time. You're bowling half an over at a time. And
exactly. You'll have to break it down. I mean, sometimes you've seen that you bowl first 3 dot balls, or you just give it away two singles in the first 3 deliveries, and then last 3 deliveries end up going for a 6 and a boundary. You've still given away 12 runs in that over, and especially at the back end of the innings, you got to be so focused and so much in present as a bowler, that you just got to focus on that one particular delivery and try and forget the previous delivery. It doesn't matter what the result was, be it a wicket, 6, boundary, dot ball, doesn't matter. Be in the present and focus on the next delivery.
Oh, now they're thinking about 165, because at 20 for 2, they would have taken 160. And then Surya Kumar Yadav started it. Ishan Kishan loved the spinners, found his way against the quicker bowlers. But it was Yadav who turned things around.
Yeah, Yadav, and it's very interesting. If you saw his first season, he did very well for Mumbai in the Champions League before that. But then 2014, Calcutta was his breakthrough season. And I remember Jacques Kallis looking at that particular flick he plays, picks up the ball and deposits over square.
He got a 6 today
with that. And said that, how does he play that? And for a man like Jacques Kallis to look at a batsman and admire, it's something. So he's obviously special. For some reason, the year after that, they promoted him to number 4. Made him vice captain, but just things didn't work out, and then Mumbai didn't work out. It's delighted to see him coming back, and his head is obviously screwed on right. He's got a lot of runs this season. I think it's looking good for him. most importantly, it's looking good for Mumbai because, with Evan Lewis and Rohit not firing and these two firing, that's suddenly giving you a lot more confidence.
Yeah, I'm just hoping we get news about Hardik Pandya, and I hope the news is good because it didn't look good at all walking off. That can just change the season for Mumbai Indians. But we're watching this game together, and Zahir Khan didn't like the DRS decision against Evan Lewis.
Certainly, I think I've always been debating how much is that error factor as far as DRS is concerned. When you look at it on screen, you could clearly see middle stump and off stump of Evan Lewis, and the ball hit him in line with the leg stump. With the swing taking away, I think the ball was certainly missing. And if you see the DRS decision as well, it was just clipping the stumps. So I think that 20%, 25%. I don't know how much is the margin of error in that, but it's still not fully accurate. I mean, there are times when I question that. But having said that, I think it's a great thing to have for the game. Because that one decision can change the game certainly, and especially those blatant turnovers. I think if there is a big inside edge and you go for it, if there is an edge which is not being given out as a bowler, you can claim that wicket, and in a crucial situation of the game, it can come handy. But I think today was one of that margin of error. Yeah,
more extra lacquer they put on the ball. I think
I thought Zahir would also be thinking that if decisions like that would have been there, I would have taken 400 test wickets. Why 300? I would have taken another 100 test
Everyone has their own view on DRS. Yeah. What do you make of Kieron Pollard? I mean, you pay Kieron Pollard a lot of money to win you matches, to come and score big runs at the end, and he's probably going to be used as a bowler, which is by some distance his weaker arm.
Yeah, I think he's now. They have paid a lot of money because fielding is not really important. He's their specialist fielder. Because that's what they obviously they don't want to bat him.
He saves
They're not
you,
going to bowl him.
I dare say you can say that. He saves you 2 feet on the long on boundary.
Yeah, 2 feet, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's all. You're paying 11, 12, whatever money, crores that you've spent on him for that, because it is completely incomprehensible. I'm really happy for Krunal Pandya. He got a flyer. He did really well. But Hardik struggle. I cannot believe that if you have Kieron Pollard, 13, 14 overs are over, you haven't got him in. It just doesn't make sense.
What do you make of Krunal Pandya? I mean, he won the 2017 final for Mumbai with the bat. He was the only guy who made runs at the end. And today he comes out. We hardly see him between IPLs.
He's a great asset to have, I think. And as I was talking earlier as well, when a player can give you both with the bat and ball, I think it's an asset. He's always in the game. And he's someone who I've seen evolve as a player as well. He's someone who can bank on as a pure batsman. He's been used by Mumbai Indians as floater as well over the years, and certainly a match winner.
Impressive. 160. I'm just trying to visualize how it's going to go. Raina goes for a flyer. Dhoni keeps it going. I've got a gut telling me that this game will get close.
Not only that, I just imagine young Markandeya thinking about it and going in to bowl to Raina. A set situation with 30,000 people and 40 for 1 or something. Can you imagine what a young man will be going through? He will be looking at it to even grip the ball. Maybe there's a bit of dew out there. He's not completely getting a grip. This is not going to be easy, and without Hardik, they're a bowler shot.
Now, before the game started, you suggested that age might be a factor. Shane Watson, 2 for 29. Dwayne Bravo, none for 25. Shane Watson, 34, 35, thereabouts. Dwayne Bravo, 34, 35, thereabouts. White hair, always good, graying, whatever.
16 match season, 14, 15 match season. First match, everybody's nice and fit and warmed up and ready. 3 more days to 4 o'clock matches. After that, come and see the same team.
4 o'clock is a bad one.
Joy has analyzed. Joy has fully analyzed the season, how it's going to go, how it's going to pan out. But I think this season, I'm not really concerned about CSK. Yes, if you talk about long term and look at the squad, yes, there are a few question marks. But I think this season, knowing MS how he approaches the game, he will figure it out. He'll give enough player chances, and after about 4-5 games, he'll figure out his combination, which combination is going to take him to play off. And today was one of those days. I think his strength is to play on a slowish kind of track. Today was not those kind of tracks. he's got the performances out from someone like Shane Watson, someone like Deepak Chahar right now in this game.
Those three were big overs.
But,
3 overs, 1 for 40.
but you'll see those changes come home games. You'll see a lot of spinners. You'll see Imran Tahir taking the responsibility. You'll see Harbhajan Singh taking the responsibility, and you'll see someone like Karan Sharma also coming back in the side.
I wonder if they have the depth if they lose early wickets. Chennai Super Kings. We've been talking about whether or not they have the batting depth. There's a couple of people batting out of position. But T20, are there any positions in T20?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. And the other thing is that I'm wondering that their standard number 7 was somebody like Ravindra Jadeja, who's really not had a great, bowling.
Yeah.
He's not been great on the field. I mean, it's one of those days. He's a great fielder today. Just didn't work out.
Having said that, sometimes great fielders make difficult catches look gettable.
I mean,
okay, let's look at that. Shane Watson is going to open the batting, definitely, along with Ambati Raidu. Both over 30. Raina nudging there. Dhoni in his 30s. Jadhav nudging there. Bravo in his 30s. That's their top 7. But I'll tell you what, every year, Zach, every year, you look at Ambati Raidu and he surprises you. He's got that ability to surprise you.
Well, I think I was surprised to see him open the batting,
Yes.
and no one would have thought so. That one surprise which always there up MS Dhoni's sleeves has seen, I think, clearly. M Vijay was someone they went for in the auction, but it was a late call. So I think it was the first 11 was predetermined way before, I think, and Ambati Raidu was part of the scheme. So he's someone who is certainly going to play the whole season, and it'll be interesting to see. I think he's
okay, quick on Hardik Pandya hasn't taken the field, so clearly it's not looking very good. Will this track be spicy enough at the start?
It will be. I think the new ball is going to be crucial. Till the time seam is prominent, you will see some swing. If there is no dew factor, then spinners also might come into play as the wicket is in the second innings. But chances of that happening is slim, and Hardik Pandya not taking the field is a big blow right now.
We called it 3-0 to Mumbai Indians. What are you thinking now?
All my friends in Chennai, I said it's expendables. Last scene mein hero jeet hi jata hai. Dhoni come back, my team, my.
So are you doing Toby Palat?
He's balancing. He's balancing.
I've been watching too much politics on television nowadays. So
So are you going CSK
No, wait a
now?
minute. Yeah, I'm from Haryana. Haryana is a state of Ayaram Gairam. He changed a party 9 times in a single day. So 3 times in a.
So you're going CSK now?
I think CSK
Okay.
will edge.
I'm sticking to MI.
Okay, I think we're 2-1. But before we finish, we've got a question, a very interesting cricket technical question for Zahir. And that's come to us on Twitter as well. Sainath is asking, is Mark Wood's run up too short for a fast bowler?
Well, he's spot on with that. I think it's a good way of looking and following the game. Yes, for a fast bowler, his run up is short, and I've not seen many bowlers with such short run up generating that kind of pace. And that's one thing which I can assure that that is certainly putting too much strain on his body, because when you have such a short run up and you're still generating that kind of pace, you are putting your body under tremendous strain. It's like a fast car going from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, and then braking. It's not going to be easy for him to continue that for long run.
Okay, there you are. Let's close the show for now. We'll be back to you as soon as the game ends. What I will tell you though is we were 3-0 at the start, and our analyst has made it 2-1. We'll see what it is like at the end. We'll join you as soon as the game is over.